Yeah.
And for me, for conductor, it's conductor certification, sort of. Qualification is what they call it.
Is that tough, or you think it'll be?
It's doable.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one there.
I was doing a brake test. He just told me it was a good running brake test, because normally if you're in an open air car like one of the coaches, the heavyweight coach train, you can hear 3 blasts on the horn, which lets the conductor know the brake test, running brake test was good. Here they have to radio because you can't hear the blast of the 3 whistles.
Clear signal.
Clear signal.
Was this track built by the museum, or was it part of another line?
This actually was another line rebuilt by the museum. It used to be the Elgin Belvedere Electric Company, which ran electric interurbans from Chicago and connected all the way up to Beloit. It went out of business in the middle of a business day in early 1930s, I believe, by 1932.
No, it was 30.
When was it?
1930.
1930. And the tracks were subsequently all torn up. And when the museum moved out here in 1965, it started to slowly rebuild. The volunteers rebuilt the line until they started in Jefferson Street in Union, and out as far out as Kishwaukee.
Recently purchased the property for the place in Texas. Approach.
When we have people who are qualified, we call signals to each other so that it's a way of confirming. Even when you're in the cab, if you're with the engineer, you call the signals with them.
So you'll have to squeeze in behind 90.
Yeah.
Restricting.
We got a low green.
What's it?
Oh, I just said we got a low green.
No, it's a
No, it's
lunar. A red over lunar. And that's a restricting signal.
White.
Yeah, it's kind of what they call lunar.
Lunar white.
Yeah, lunar white. A bluish white.
Being the fact that we're coming in on top of another train, so it's be prepared to stop within half the distance of the obstruction. Yeah, farm implement coming from this.
I see that. I think we're gonna make it to the crossing.
There's the farmer website.
Diverging approach.
Merging approach.
Right over yellow.
That too.
Yeah.
When did the EBE go out? Was it July 3rd, 1930?
I don't know the exact date.
It
but I
was
know
like, wasn't it? It was in July though, Because sometimes we strand passengers out here, and I think it was around July 4th weekend we did it.
Well, those you're thinking that you might be confusing with the Chicago and Elgin. That was July 3rd of '57.
Oh. That's probably what it was.
When you see the Chicago and Elgin I put down here, the business as usual, July 3rd, 1957. People rode the train into the city. The management of the owners of the Chicago and Elgin went to court, lifted the injunction keeping the railroad operating. They went back, put the order out, all the trains drop off their passengers, go to the next station, and everything went back home, and stranded all these people downtown Chicago.
It's